Welcome to the Niger Delta region, a beautiful and diverse ecosystem in the southern Nigeria. Today, we embark on a journey to the Polobubo Tsekelewu community, a place that has witnessed both the wonders of nature and the devastating impacts of human activities. Our journey begins in Port Harcourt, the bustling capital city of Rivers State. From there, we transverse through the rugged terrain, passing through Warri and Sampele waterside. A breathtaking speedboat awaits us as we make our journey to Tsekelewu, the heart of the Egbema Kingdom. The Polobubo community, nestled within the Warri North local government area of Delta State, is a place where the Ijaw language resonates and the native traditions thrive. But to truly understand the challenges faced by this community, we must first understand its geographical landscape. As our boat gently glides through the calm waters, we embark on a journey filled with anticipation. However, before immersing ourselves in Polobubo, we pass through the historically significant Koko Town. In 1988, Koko Town became popular for the wrong reasons, as it drew the world's attention after it was discovered that it was one of the several West African ports being used by waste brokers to dump toxic waste. We join the locals of Polobubo as they navigate the intricate network of rivers, creeks, and finally arrive at their destination after a 4-hour journey. It is here that we witness a unique way of life where sales activities are predominantly conducted through the use of canoes. These mobile hawking businesses, known as mobile chemists, mobile boutiques, and mobile shops, transport their goods using small to medium-sized boats. The distinct sound of the hawking horn resonates through the community, drawing the attention of potential buyers. Beyond the vibrant sales activities lies a community that has experienced significant challenges due to human interference. Polobubo, once a haven of rich biodiversity, now grapples with the consequences of man-made alterations and saltwater encroachment. Divided by a network of small rivers, Polobubo's unique structures and pristine environment were once a magnet for tourists seeking a serene getaway. But today, the community faces an environmental crisis with scarce aquatic life and zero wildlife.
For the olden time, this net, when they set them for this place, they carve fish, plenty fish. And that fish will train our children. They go school, they do anything.
In those days, if we set up this net in this place, we would catch many fish. These were the fish we used to train our children and meet various needs. However, due to the current condition of the river, we are unable to catch good fish. This is a problem that the community is facing. In the past, we also used to drink water and bathe in this river.
Like, but now, no anything. Now, saltwater dey the water now. Every place
She said, "We are no longer able to find good quality water to drink. We are also unable to see fish to catch and sell in order to purchase. She said, our water has become salinized, rendering it unsuitable for drinking and domestic use. We have to travel long distances to fetch water for our daily needs, such as cooking and drinking. As a result, our palm skin has become extremely rough and calloused from constant paddling. Moreover, we are struggling to find clean water sources. Additionally, we must paddle for miles to gather firewood. Our environment has deteriorated significantly.
Then it go America. If you know Yakofan. What I fear or to get him on him. Or to get him.
She said, even fish, we can't see and kill. We also can't see food to eat. Additionally, we can't see water to bathe or drink. Meanwhile, the Nigerian economy is currently not in good condition.
Before we have fishes, when women go to the river, they kill fish. We have surplus of fishes. The type of fishes, you will even select the one that you will eat. But now, when the situation came, no fish. Even common tilapia, you cannot get. If you wake in the morning, you on your torchlight like this, the noise that you will hear, this fish will go, now so it will go. But now, you cannot get it. We buy tilapia, just six of the tilapias, 200, 300, and which we will use basin to measure fish before, yeah. So now, we are suffering. The women are suffering. As even they go to river, they don't kill fish.
The introduction of salt water into the Tsekelewu community ecosystem was carried out by Chevron for the creation of canal and access routes necessary for their operations. Little did they know the devastating consequences this would have on the local environment.
He said, what is causing the environmental issues in this community is the result of Shell and Chevron activities. Since Shell and Chevron came into our environment for operation, they have infected our sea and brought salt water into our fresh water.
Chevron Nigeria Limited is the company that has dredged this place to Awoye. From this place Awoye that burst out the sea, that make this place to be shallow like this. If you look at everywhere is desert now because the salt water that came into the river have killed the whole of the all that we have, all our reserve and everything has gone. We have nothing to shop in the river. We have nothing to do in the river.
Because of the Chevron and said.
He said, our suffering is a result of Chevron and Shell. In the olden days, you could use this water to bathe, drink, and do anything you liked, but now the water is no longer fresh water. Instead, it is polluted salt water.
Because the siltation is caused by Chevron and Shell and Chevron. Long ago, they dredged a canal to the ocean, to the big ocean, which caused the siltation, which affects
He said,
this area.
when the river was deep, we used to catch fish. However, since it was dredged into the Atlantic Ocean, We no longer find fish. Even in the past 6 hours, I have been struggling without catching any fish to feed myself. There are no job opportunities or employment, and as a result, we are suffering. The youth in our community are jobless, and fishing, which used to be our main livelihood, is no longer reliable. We are doing our best to scrape by each day. The government should intervene and provide support so that we can experience the same benefits as other communities, given that we are an oil-producing community.
Saltwater intrusion is a phenomenon that occurs when saline water infiltrates freshwater sources such as rivers, lakes, and groundwater. It is driven by human activities and can result in irreversible damage to ecosystems. One scientific principle at play here is the saltwater wedge. In coastal areas like the Tsekelewu community, saltwater intrusion occurs when the heavier saltwater moves inland, pushing out the lighter freshwater and leading to desalination of freshwater sources. Another significant process is the contamination of local aquifers. The creation of canals and the use of heavy machinery disturb the natural hydrogeological balance, resulting in the intrusion of salt water into these underground water sources. But the impacts go beyond the displacement of fresh water. The introduction of salt water has caused the destruction of habitats and the loss of precious biodiversity, including fish population and plant life. The erosion of soil and the degradation of coastal ecosystem has exacerbated the ecological harm. The devastating impact of oil company operations on the Polobubo Tsekelewu environment cannot be overstated. Chevron Nigeria Limited, one of the major players in the region, constructed a western bypass canal in the 1980s to facilitate their equipment transportation. Sadly, this led to the introduction of saline water into the once pristine freshwater ecosystem of Polobubo, causing irreparable damage. The locals, including their fathers, protested vehemently against the construction of the Western Bypass Canal, but their voices were met with repression. They were molested, detained, and the protests often turned deadly. Over time, due to the siltation caused by the canal, the waterway around Polobubo became filled with mud sludge, affecting the Olodua River and other water bodies. Once boasting a depth of 9 fathoms, the waterways provided abundant sustenance with a rich marine life and an abundance of fresh water. Indigenous fauna such as antelopes, crocodile, alligator, and manatees thrive in the area, along with large fish species. The people of Polobubo used to sell bushmeat and catfish to neighboring towns, but those means of livelihood are now gone. The negative impact of oil company operations extend beyond Chevron Nigeria Limited. Corn Oil Producing Nigeria Limited ongoing dredging and drilling operations without proper environmental impact assessments and agri remediation plan with the community have also contributed to the degradation of Polobubo. The community's plea for help is clear. They demand immediate action from Chevron Nigeria Limited, the federal government, Oil Producing Nigeria Limited, and other companies operating in the region. Their demand include the complete blockade of the Western Bypass Canal, provision of potable drinking water and medical health facilities, and the execution of environmental remediation and relief efforts. In the long term, the community seeks the implementation of floral regeneration and the fauna reproduction policies by the federal government and the Delta State government, alongside the oil and gas companies operating in Tsekelewu communities. The voices of the Polobubo community resonate with pain and frustration. Adako, a member of the community, highlighted their consequences of gas flaring and the scarcity of clean drinking water.
He said, ever since companies like Chevron and NPDC came in, the gas flare has caused a lot of damage to our community. Now, there is no good water for us to drink. Before, we used to drink water from the river, but now there is no drinkable water in our community. There is no electricity, but that is not the fault of the company. Currently, we are suffering from a lack of light, good water to drink, and schools. Even our women don't have anywhere to go daily. We are all confined to our houses. We don't have money presently to feed or educate our children because of the damages caused by the companies. Previously, we used to cut logs like timber to survive, but now our women collect periwinkle from the bush to feed our children. Our wives and men are suffering greatly. If you take a look at the river, you can see the damage caused by the companies. Even our youth don't have any employment opportunities. We are all confined to our houses. I am pleading on behalf of the Kakara community.
The lack of basic amenities is evident as Omilisan describes the struggles faced by the people of Polobubo, including the loss of livelihood and the devastating impact on the environment.
He said, "We are suffering in this community, we don't have any jobs to do. Since the companies came, we have not been able to eat well. Even our women go to the river and cannot catch fish anymore. The companies have taken away the opportunities we used to provide for communities. The press has witnessed what we are going through. We are asking the companies and the government to help us because we don't have anything. We don't even have a school in the community. Our children, women, and men are all suffering. We are all affected, regardless of age. The gas flare is affecting our children's health, and it has caused damage to our roofs. The oil floating in the river is also affecting the drinking water. Furthermore, the youth have no employment.
The loss of traditional means of sustenance weigh heavily on the hearts of the community members, as Suku Ishmael recount the striving community of the past and the consequence of the oil company's activities.
When I grew up, the community was thriving. People were cutting timber, tapping palm wine, and drinking water from the river. They were also catching various kinds of fish. However, now there is no fish, drinkable water, timber, or palm wine. Consequently, the men in our community are now jobless. If you take a look around, you will see that there used to be timber all over the area, but that is no longer the case. We can't even drink the water anymore, and the air we breathe is polluted by Chevron and NPDC, the oil company's activities. They dredge this place all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, which has made the entire area extremely hot. I and my children are now jobless. The youth in our community are also unemployed. Therefore, I am pleading with the government to provide for the elders, the youth, and the entire community.
She said, "Initially, we had drinkable water in the community, but now we have none. We have to buy water. We used to catch fish from the river and sell them in the market, but now there are no fish to sell or eat. The cost of gari, a staple food, has skyrocketed. We need assistance from the government, such as job creation for women and youth and the improvement of roads in the community."
She said she has been struggling since morning. She went to the bush to pick periwinkle, but there was nothing available. She also tried to catch fish, but what she caught was not enough for the day. The river is extremely dry, causing delays in returning home. The community is suffering greatly, and the government needs to intervene.
The future of Polobubo Tsekelewu hangs in the balance. Will the call for action be heeded? Join us as we delve deeper into the human and environmental crises facing this community and shed light on the urgent need for intervention.